Welcome all. In this video I will explain cin, and cin stands for console in, and what we can do with cin is to get data from the console. And to get data from the console we first have to make a variable in which we store the retrieved data. And if you want to get, for example, a number from the console, you have to create a variable that can store a number, and therefore you have to use the data type int. Yeah, so we start by creating a variable of data type int, and for now I name the variable I. And to get data from the console we have to use cin, then two greater than signs, and then we have to type the variable where we want to store the data that we get from the console. In this case, the variable I. Yeah, so if we run now this program, you will see that the program does nothing for now, and that's because the program waits until the user enters a number. Yeah, so on line 11 we create a variable, and on line 13 we give the user the opportunity to enter a number. So for example, the number 5. Yeah, so I typed the number 5, and then I have to click on enter. And now the number 5 is being stored in the variable I. But also what you see now, the program immediately ends, and that's because after line 13 there's no another statement, so the program immediately stops. So what we can do is to print the content of the variable using cout, and we do that this way. Yeah, so with this line we print the data in I. So if we run this program again, we can enter again a number, for example 6, and then you have to press enter, and now you see it prints 6. So on line 13 I entered the number 6, and the number 6 is being stored in the variable I, and on line 15 I print the data in I, which is 6, and therefore it prints here 6 on the console. So let's make an example, and in this example I want the user to prompt the name and the age of this person, and then we print the name and the age in a nice way. Yeah, so first we have to think about the variables we have to create. So you have to think about the data types and a useful name for these variables. And since we want to store the age and the name of this person, we have to create two variables. So let's start with the name, and a name is a piece of text, so therefore we use the data type string, and the name of the variable is name. Yep, since we want to store the name of the person. Furthermore, if we want to store the age of the person, the age is always expressed as a whole number, so therefore we use the data type int, and a useful name for the age is the name age. So then we have to prompt the name and the age of the person, and therefore we use cin. But it's always nice to also print on the console what the user has to enter. So for example, we can first print type your name, and then we use cin to let the user enter his or her name. Yeah, so now it first prints type your name, and on this line we give the user the opportunity to enter the name. The same we do for the age, so type your age, and with cin we give the user the opportunity to enter the age. Yeah, so after executing these lines we have the name and the age of the person, and now we can print it in a nice way on the console. So for example, we can say cout, then name, and then we can print the name of this person on the console. Yeah, so it first prints this piece of text, so name, colon, and then a space. And then we print the data in this variable, which is the entered name by the user. And the same we can do for the age, like this. Yeah, so let's run this program. So what happens here is on line 11 and 12, it creates two variables, name and age. Then on line 14, the text type your name is being printed on the console, which we see here. And on line 15, we use cin to give the user the opportunity to enter the name. So for example, Tom, and then you have to type on enter, and now it continues. So next on line 17, the text type your age is being printed on the console, as we see here. And on line 18, we use cin again to give the user the opportunity to enter the age. So 32 in my case. And then we print on enter again. And now you see it prints name is Tom and age is 32. So that's it for this video. So in this video we have seen how to use cin.